Okay, it's February the 15th, I think. That's Wednesday. 2022. It's about 3 o'clock, so I'm going to have to end this here pretty quick. Haven't really gotten much done on it. Kind of babying my solar panel, which I really didn't need to. Well, yeah, I need to cut them off here pretty quick. Let them charge up for tomorrow. We got a cold front coming in. But tomorrow I might be just working on this with my box knife. This is a hard wood. If I push on it too much, it burns the wood instead of cutting the wood. So it's slow going this way, but this is one of my bucket lists right here, is to see if I can make enough money doing this to feed myself for summer. I mean, I got pretty much everything else covered. I broke my legs in 2014 and only got $15,000 for that. And it took me a year and a half to get back to working. But with that $15,000, I bought this little building for $5,000, a little over $5,000, and it was closer to $5,000 than $6,000. It was a repo. It just happened to be on the lot, and the guy showed it to me. It was already insulated on the underneath, and it was drywalled and insulated. Not drywalled real well, you can tell right here. I might have to redo the gift I got with it. But around 2014, I broke this leg, the big bone in this leg, my left foot, and this thigh swelled up to about 3 to 4 times the size. They wanted to cut it off, but I got caught in between a rock and a hard place one day at work, out of town. I was a stainless steel worker. I wasn't one of the welders. I was I organized everything else. But we worked at meat processing plants all over the country here, from Maine to California. And this happened in Ohio, I believe. And like 1,500 pounds of stainless steel falls on me, bounces. I push myself out, and it catches my left foot, which is how it got broke. But took me a while to recover. That's why I moved here with my brother-in-law and sister to recover, and I'm still here. But my sister ended up passing away 2 years ago, so I stayed on with my brother-in-law here to help him out. I do take care of the property, animals, and keep the thieves away, because he has had a pretty expensive motorcycle. It was like a tour bike. Gets stolen off this property. I wasn't here, I was out of town working, and they had went on a trip. When they came back, there was a bike short. Never was able to find it yet. We live in a real small town. We have one gas station and a dollar store, and probably about 4 or 5 churches. And that's pretty much it, in the elementary school. So it's pretty quiet. That also means that people can come and go in the middle of the night and not be seen, especially if nobody's home. But anyway, with the insurance money I got for breaking my leg, which wasn't much, because I didn't want to, I like my boss, and I didn't want to make a big deal out of it, so I took the first offer, which wasn't much. It was like $15,000. I thought, okay, well, I can sit home in bed or lay here and recover on $15,000 and go back to work, and all be well with the world. But it ended up taking me a year and a half to get to where I could walk. And work. I went back to work at the same place, but I really liked it. It was challenging. Got to see the country, even though we worked 14, 16, 18 hours a day, 7 days a week, until the job was done. But anyway, my last job was in California. We were flying back and forth, and we worked out there for about a month and a half. My weekly hour on my paychecks were in the 90s, around 95 hours a week. So I think that'd be a big paycheck, but I was only making $14 an hour, $15 an hour, which it was. I wasn't doing it for the money, I was doing it because I liked it. Any job I've ever done, I've done because I liked it. You know, it wasn't because of the money. But now, I wish I'd saved most of that money. But I didn't. But it did buy me this little building. This little building cost me a little over $5,000. It was close to the $5,000 and $6,000. It came with insulated floor. Underneath the building is insulated. The walls were drywalled and insulated. Not real well. As you can tell here, how they've done. But I'll have to go back and fix that one of these days. But and it's gotten about 2 solar panels, 100-watt solar panels, and battery, everything goes with it. And so everything's pretty well met. My shelter, we have a well, so water's not a problem, but I am going to set up the water catchment out here. But I've always talked about doing my carvings and when I retired. But whenever this bug hit the nation, my boss ended up deciding to change his business, and he went into the marijuana growing business. And he's doing pretty well. I'm happy for him, but sure do wish he would have told me on my last job. I would have figured a lot more out. The way my job was, I mean, we go a month or so without working, and then all of a sudden work for 2 or 3 months straight, 7 days a week. That's just the way it was. We played hard, and we worked hard. But anyway, hopefully this summer, now the last 2 summers I haven't done this because of the bug, and there's not that many people going to festivals or things like that there used to be. I used to do this back in the early 90s. After my dad, I had taken care of my dad after he had a stroke for 2 or 3 years until I had to put him in a nursing home. He only lasted in a nursing home for like a week, or well, like a half a year. And he just finally gave up. So he got to where I couldn't even take care of him. I mean, I had to quit my job because my mom couldn't take care of him. My mom was a little Indian woman. I'm half Cherokee. My grandmother was full blood. My mom was almost full blood. My dad was white, or was white. But anyway, that's my plan for this summer. Try and get enough of this together to where I can sell enough just to buy, a little bit of food here. Because everything else is pretty much taken care of. Even food, I mean, I can go out and give me a squirrel or a rabbit, deer, whatever, and feed myself, along with my little garden I'm making. And I know a bunch of wild edibles and things that I can always survive off of, thanks to my grandmother. She showed me all that when I was little. But, well, I'm pretty much going to end this today. See if I can work on it tomorrow. We got a cold front coming in, so I don't know if I'm going to have the sun enough to build my power up. If not, I'll come out here and go old school and use my box blade. But he's coming along okay. coming along okay, but not as quick as I'd like. But oh, even if I had to sell these out here in my front yard for 30, 40, 50 bucks, I mean, if I have to go eat or survive off a dollar store, I can eat for a week off of $12 on the dollar store right now. But with the prices the way they're going, there's that might be a problem later. But I'll let you go and I'll talk with you tomorrow. This was just a rambling video, I guess. Guess I had to get some stuff off my chest, maybe. Or maybe I'm just lonely. I don't know. The bear's not talking to me, and Maverick refused to come out with me today. But I'll see you tomorrow.